Hello, welcome to another vlog. It's been a busy old week because we had a long bank holiday. My brother came to stay.
She's fishing again.
I'm looking for my trug.
No, sorry?
It fell off the table in the gales. What an idiot. And it's cold. I'm cold water swimming. Bits of piping.
Where did that come from?
Oh no, I've lost the phone.
Well, how did you manage that?
I let go of it.
As she went fishing, there it is. She hasn't found any trout yet. We're very disappointed, and there are no salmon.
Oh,
I told you where the trug is. It's down here.
you reckon it's in the middle?
Yeah, absolutely down here.
Why is it in the middle?
Because it's blown off the table at 90 miles an hour.
Yes, but everything, I think it's under the decking, Dave, over there.
Oh, God. Oh, that's not good, is it?
I'm ecstatic to tell you that despite walking all round the pond in it, which was jolly cold, my brother found it. There it is. These are so difficult. Well, I haven't found another one online. So I now have my trug. We'll fill it with daisies and show it to you as part of the house tour. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You didn't even have to get in. We've had a heat wave. Well, maybe it's still going on when you see this. So I've been making the most of it, and I started on June the 1st, getting into the very cold water every single day so I can build up to being an all year round swimmer. So far, I managed 30 seconds yesterday and a minute today. And that's how I'm going to build up safely and slowly. You hear the noisy little bugger. He's now scrunching my towel up. He's obsessed with pebbles. Nobody can believe he's 14. Arrives. Jack, do be quiet. He'll be exhausted after this and sleep all day so I can go out on my own for a big walk. Yes, say hello. Yes. Oh yes, I promised pictures of Jack as a baby, so I'll do that for you as well as a tour around the house, which I promised. Well, I was going to get all dressed up for you for this bit, but I'm in a bit of a rush because I'm going to my cousin's for lunch and I've got to grate carrots and the house is really tidy, so I wanted to get my little house tour in quickly. So I'm in my PJs, but they're such awesome PJs, they look like a top. Anyway, big thanks to Christina Smith. She said, could we please see pictures of little Jack as a puppy? So I hope you enjoyed seeing him as a little puppy. Makes me very sad to think that he'll be gone one day. Anyway, making the most of his days now. He's upstairs resting. He doesn't like the heat at all. The older he gets with his black fur, the worse it gets. Okay, welcome to Susie's Cottage by the Sea. An updated version. So there she is, nice and white. I have a lovely neighbour on the next bit. She's 88 and doing really well, and I love her to pieces. There's the side gate, and it wasn't meant to be a garden tour, but look at this euphorbia. It's gone completely mental since the day of constant rain. Anyway, I will do a proper garden tour later. I think I need to go wider. There we go, that's better. Anyway, it's rather gorgeous. Can you hear the birds tweeting? So many nests around. So that's the little corner. Now, you know I like collecting odd things, so I put that little white chair there. I think I've told you all this before. I do have to have help. I cannot manage all this and the back on my own, so I've got a wonderful gardener who comes in once a month in the summer. But look at those, aren't they beautiful? Let's do a close up. Look at them. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Is that clematis? Do you know, I don't know what that is because I didn't put it in. I think it's clematis. I'll have a closer look. You know I'm half blind. And there's the beautiful, we call him Rising, the cormorant sculpture that I bought this year to support a dear friend who's a sculptress. And I love him. So there we are. He's greeted us. In we go. Right, I won't take hours and hours. Put a bit of spring on the door. We're quite wide. There's the sitting room. We'll look at that in a minute. This is the room we don't ever discuss. You can have a quick look, but I'm concentrating. That's the last job this year, probably September. Okay, let's start with the guest room. So my brother, my best friend's coming this weekend. There is a separate video showing you all the stars I've interviewed in my career in the 80s and 90s as a TV presenter and reporter. But you'll find that elsewhere. Anyway, bet you know those two. Right, so this is the guest room. This used to be an orangery, and I'm so glad I saved up and had this done about 6 years ago. I never open those blinds because none of my guests want light coming in, and I worry now that they're stuck. I'll see what my friend thinks when she comes here. She's very practical. So there's her bed, or my brother. It's constant visitors. Look at the outside though. You can just see the sea. See, there it is. See, and all ready to go outside for your cup of tea, coffee in the morning. It's a fab guest room, isn't it? Especially in the summer. Cost me a fortune in the winter because of the underfloor heating. So guests not quite as welcome, and a decent shower. So lovely having 2 bathrooms. What a treat that is. Right, so there's the hall. Not very exciting. Here's the kitchen. Now this hasn't been touched for 12 years, but it's still looking all right, isn't it? I have to put the basil there because there's too much sunshine and they keep drying up. Anyway, I think you've seen this many times before, but everything in here, apart from the fridge that had to be replaced about 5 years ago, everything in here is 12 years old. And I'm not going to upgrade the kitchen, much as I would like to, because people always want a new kitchen. So this is the lovely outdoors where I can sit, well, we can sit with a little drinky of an evening or a coffee in the morning. I've done all these pots. I've got more drought-resistant plants. And that's the famous trug that was at the bottom of the pool, thanks to my brother. More daisies bought. Pond is gorgeous. I'll be swimming in that a lot. And do you want a close-up? I just love my... Oh, that's not worked. There we are. I just love my little animals around the garden. That's without the foxes. So I'll show you just a sweep of the garden, but we'll go and investigate it properly when there's more exciting things happening. It's actually just very, very green. It's a very, very green garden. Can't get anything to grow up that trellis every year. Come on, hurry up, honeysuckle. So you've seen this before because of my new blinds, but for new followers, they'll enjoy this. This is the dining room. We get the bifolds wide open on a hot day, and they're the new blinds and 2 lemon trees. Again, everything in here is 12 years old, apart from these new wonderful blinds on the windows. And there's the much darker sitting room, which again you've seen lots of times, but this has been completely updated a year ago. Yeah, it must have been during the first lockdown, or maybe a bit before, but new table, new cushions, new rug, Everything, there's Jack's bone. Everything to just update it to make it look cleaner. New shutters is the secret. And when you see upstairs, you'll see I swapped horrible dark brown shutters. Why did I put dark brown in? Well, not dark brown, but mid brown. And there's the cormorant. I love looking at him. But yes, as you'll see when we go upstairs, new shutters in the bedroom as well, swapping ghastly brown for lovely white or cream. So that's downstairs, my lovely. How blessed am I? So I feel very, very blessed to have found this house and to have had enough money 12 years ago to gut it. All this is extra space that was built on. And I'm very, very lucky girl. So I'll leave you with the view before we go upstairs. So now we're going upstairs. Jack's following me like a shadow. I think it's because my brother's packing downstairs. And he doesn't want us to be separated because, you know, dogs, they love a pack. Anyway, look at that beautiful view. Can you see? It's my family. It's a bit dark. Me as a baby, my brother as a baby, our mummy. There's me as a baby. It's my wonderful stepmother. My other bro is there's my dad. My other bro isn't there though. I must do something about that. So there we are, the landing. I have 2 koalas now. Oh, and nice art for those who are new and haven't seen a tour around the house. Lovely art that I've collected over many years. This is still one of my favourites. Anyway, this is the spare room, which was the spare room, but is now the dressing room. Jack likes sleeping on that jacket, so I've left it there. So I've opened one cupboard so you can see how fairly well organised I am, all colour-coded, and shoes that I don't wear often up there, and lots of drawers. Obviously it's tidier than normal. This is one of my favourite pieces. Whoops. But look what I've changed it into. This is what I'm wearing all the time, cupboard. Whoops. Ow. I just stubbed my foot. And look at those. Do you remember me holding them up? Yes, they got them to me from France. I'll try and film me wearing them. I've got to break them in anyway. Right now, off. Oh, here we see the downs through the windows. It's lovely, isn't it? Whoops. If only I could film it for you. There we are. They're the downs in the distance. Very nice. I've got you on wide so you can see everything. And this is the bathroom. I haven't changed anything here. Love a bath. Lovely sink that I found. And the original people who helped all the renovation. The house was gutted when I moved in 12 years ago. He built that. That was an awesome job. Can't say the same about the rest of it, but we won't go there. Everyone has one terrible building story. And a lovely shower. Yes, that's enough for me. And of course, the downstairs guest room, as you've seen, has its own ensuite as well. So that's all lovely. Now, this is for those who are new followers who were all commenting on my last house tour. This is how different my bedroom looks now. I was quite horrified that you were all saying how much you enjoyed the house view, and I thought, oh my God, I've done so much to it since then. So this was me changing it and getting away from the red. My interior designer friend, Janie Lee, I'll put her details below, thought it was really important to let that picture pop out. And we found a gorgeous creamy paint made locally in Lewis, non-toxic, totally eco. I'll leave the details below. And see how hot it is? Bare feet. And it matches the original painted floorboards beautifully, but how different is that to the original room, which looked so cluttered with all that red? Now we just have little pops of red. Right, well, actually, are there any pops of red? There aren't really, are there? Lots of pops of blue, though. That's fairly new from an art gallery in Brighton. And that, I painted that. That was ordinary, this ugly colour, wood, and I painted it to match the walls, and that's where I hang all my necklaces. So that's the upstairs, folks. Oh, and another wonderful view from here. But I'm not allowed to build outside, and I really don't want to go and stand on it and stare into people's gardens. But look at that view. So lucky. Will I ever move? Probably not. Anyway, yes, hope you liked my lovelies. So I do hope you enjoyed the little tour of the house, my home, my little cottage by the sea, which was a very, very ordinary 2 up, 2 down when I bought it. So you can see how much I've done over the last 12 years. Now it's mostly interior, as you see. I've just had another one of, I know I'm doing a lot of facials at the moment, but this is part of the pyramid facial with my lovely friend Emma, who does the lifting. So I've had all of this lifted, which you can't do with an exfoliating one. And look at my arms. All those wrinkles are so much better. So I'll show you the scenery. Now I'm off to have coffee with a friend. Jack's got back in the car, otherwise he'd say hello to, come here and be in my YouTube. This is Boella. Look at her gorgeous. I want this cardigan. So does her mum.
Oh look, and Jack's come to say hi too.
Jack's come too. Say hello, Boella.
Hello.
Hello. You look gorgeous. I just had to tell you, oh, the silliness. I've had a lovely day following my facial. What do you think? Looking good? Again, not facial, lifting this time. Lifting. As you can see, I'm at an airport. I'm at Shoreham Airport, this dinky little airport. So a bit of a mishap. My friend Mary, who lives in Shoreham, we met for tea, and she said when we were walking to our respective car parks, delightful little town, by the way, Shoreham by the sea near Brighton. She said, would you like to go to the airport for a coffee? Later on, and I think she said later on. Anyway, I said, yes, what a great idea. An hour later, we went back to our respective airports. I'm in car parks. Haven't had a drink, honest. And I drove to the airport, rang her up and said, where are you? Thinking it's all closed up, the cafe's not open. And she said, well, I'm at home. And I went, but I thought we were going to the airport. And she said, no, that's another day. I just made a suggestion for going another day. So I'm at the airport with Jack on my own, laughing open. Sorry, I've got the giggles. It must be the fresh air. Anyway, lovely Art Deco building. And that's about all I have to show you, apart from the noisy little planes taking off. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your lovely comments and thumbs up, and a huge welcome and thank you to all my new followers. Don't forget to ding the bell so that you're told when I've put a vlog up, but it's usually 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, unless I'm a bit late with the editing. Okay, see you next week.